Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. In this video today, we have kind of an update video from our last video we released earlier last week. And that is, of course, if you guys watched that video, which if you guys don't watch every video, what the heck is wrong with you? I say that lovingly. About all of these new Sonic Movie 3 set photos that were released, or at least we figured were Sonic Movie 3 set photos, or were branded or reported as Sonic Movie 3 set photos. And of course, it should be noted that it was prefaced that this was like prep work being done for Sonic Movie 3. Nothing was actually being filmed, as we know. The movie wasn't expected to start filming towards the end of August. We're approaching the end of August now because we're now, well, in August. But with the actor strike going on right now, it's this whole situation of not really being able to film. But as days have gone on, there have been a lot of new reports and conflicting details coming out, not necessarily deflecting that some of these things could have potentially been from Sonic Movie 3. As we saw, there were signs that said Sonic 3 tech base and stuff like that. But more photos, more info has come out. Some people saying that these photos actually are from the Knuckles show and not about Sonic Movie 3 at all. And other reports saying vice versa, that it is 3, but we're gonna go with this being from the Knuckles show because now we're hearing reports are just statements from people saying that yes, some of these photos are indeed from Knuckles and will be taking place during Knuckles. And one in particular, a brand new one, a new photo right here that you guys are seeing. And this of course shows Sonic and Tails in a shot right here. We know already for a fact that Maddie is going to be guest starring in Knuckles. Of course, she's essentially Sonic's mom in the Sonic movie universe. Sonic and friends live with her. No mention of James Marsden, Tom Wachowski. He might be too high of billing to get for like a guest star appearance or something like that. But Tika Sumpter is in Knuckles, already confirmed for that. We just had no clue if Sonic or Tails were going to be in the show. And kind of one of the reasons why I was so hesitant on those original photos and being like, oh, this must be from Sonic Movie 3, was seeing Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles together. We heard nothing about Ben Schwartz being in the show, Colleen O'Shaughnessy being in the show. And of course, that's not always the case with everything. You're not going to get every single person who's going to be in it. They're going to want to keep some of these things as surprises. I think it would be a cool surprise to see Sonic and Tails in the show, or maybe in the trailers they'd want to break it so maybe they can get more watchers or subscribers for Paramount Plus. They might not want to reveal that info right off the bat, so that's always a possibility. But now we have this photo right here just straight up showing the Sonic and Tails stand-ins in this shot right here. This should be assumed that this is from Knuckles, and I might be saying, how do we know this, Ricardo? How can this not be from Sonic 3? Well, once again, Sonic Movie 3 hasn't started filming yet. There has been no time to film Sonic Movie 3 with them filming Knuckles right now and Jeff Fowler being preoccupied with that, even though I do believe he's just filming the pilot episode from what we understand. Other directors will be taking duties on the other remaining episodes. Don't know how many they're going to be, but the cameras never started rolling on Sonic Movie 3. I'm pretty sure we would know if that was the case or not. It was said to be later in August, and with this filming coming in June, around the time that Knuckles was getting going or coming towards the end of filming, as wrapping was reported and has been confirmed by many of the crew members, this clearly being a shot from the set of the show. I think this can confirm that Sonic and Tails are going to be in Knuckles. Now, this is a pretty massive update. Now, before everybody starts freaking out and getting incredibly excited and overhyped about this news, I definitely want to throw out my theories, what I could speculate, and what we as fans could expect to see from this, because this is pretty big news. This, of course, is called Knuckles. This is not Sonic the Hedgehog, the series, or something like that. This is a show focusing on Knuckles' character, and we already have the synopsis of the show, basically showing Knuckles and Wade, their dynamic, and them being really the two main characters of this show. Don't expect to see too much of Sonic and Tails in Knuckles. This is very much so his series. It's not going to be some like team up between the three. Unfortunately, I know some people really want to see that, and I would very much so like to see that, but that's something we're gonna have to wait for Sonic Movie 3 to like really see properly again. At least we'll get little bits of it, I'm assuming, of seeing Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. If this photo right here that we were taking a look at is indeed from that. So being able to see any kind of character interaction between Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, that trio is going to be very exciting. And being able to see Sonic and Tails in the show is going to be just exciting, and because we love those characters, and I really want to see more of the dynamic between the three, especially with them as friends. So I am pumped for that, but they're probably going to be, if I had to make like a guesstimation, I would say like probably the first episode and maybe the last episode. And they're not going to be in like the whole thing by any means, but maybe a handful of scenes. They go off somewhere. Maybe the skiing resort is somewhere that Sonic and Tails go to. I don't believe the separation of Knuckles from like Sonic, Tails, Tom, Maddie, etc. is going to be anything too crazy. There's not going to be some like big dramatic thing that happens. I think they're just probably going to go off on a vacation. Maybe Knuckles doesn't want to go along with them. He wants to do his own thing, be a lone wolf. They appear to be sitting in the kitchen that they live at their home in Wyoming. That's not where they live. Montana. I'm just happy at this whole fact that we're getting them in the show, because I thought it'd be kind of strange if they're just like not there without really any mention, or maybe just like an offhanded like, oh yeah, Sonic and Tails aren't here right now. It's a pretty pivotal show right now because it's going to be the bridge between 2 and 3. I think there's going to be a lot of character development for Knuckles here. I think there's going to be a lot of setups and moments that lead up towards 3 that are going to be pretty pivotal and very exciting. And could they have maybe found a way to not include Sonic, and definitely Tails, I don't think was as necessary, but at least Sonic in the show? I'm sure they could have found a way to make it work to not have him in there. But it makes it so much easier and so much simpler and more rewarding knowing that they are going to be in the show. There's going to be some dynamics between the 3 of them again. I hope we get more screen time than what I think we're going to get. You never know. Maybe they'll come around and surprise us and we'll be in the show way more than we expect. But a trailer should definitely be on the way sometime soon if this is expected to come in the fall/winter of this year. We're already like right in the midst of August, so we'll see what happens. But the show is aiming up to be a good one, a big one. The cast keeps expanding. We're getting so many names that are just like being thrown into the mix more and more. Definitely a lot of human characters we're going to see in the show, but I still really hope that Knuckles is like really the sole main focus of the show, and that the CGI isn't going to be too overbearing for the budget and everything to where it's just going to be a bunch of human characters and Knuckles like kind of sprinkled in there. I don't think that would be the case, but this is still such an interesting project because this is like, if you think about it, like in the general scheme of the Sonic franchise, our first like solo character spin-off piece of media, if like maybe you want to exclude comic books, since Shadow the Hedgehog back in 2005, I want to say. It's definitely our first spin-off Sonic show. It's our first live-action Sonic show, as a matter of fact. But like, when's the last Sonic game that like didn't have Sonic in the name? I think that would be the Shadow the Hedgehog game. So it's been a while since we've had a character that is not Sonic receive their own piece of like media. Even though Sonic is now basically confirmed to be in the show, still like this is very much so going to be Knuckles' project. So this is interesting. It's a risk. It's also very exciting. Not only just the show itself, but also the prospects of what it could bring in the future, maybe with other Sonic spin-off shows set in this universe or other Sonic spin-off projects. So I really hope the series does well. I really hope it performs well so we can get more stuff like this. I really hope that the Sonic fan base shows up for this one because it's going to be a big one, an exciting one, and I cannot wait for it. I know this wasn't the craziest video, the longest video, but this is a significant update and a lot of people have been talking about it, and I wanted to bring it to you guys to let you guys know that yes, Sonic and Tails do appear to be showing up in Knuckles after some speculation and like discussion about whether they would or not. A lot of these set photos, a lot of discoveries being made about these set photos. All the puzzle pieces are coming together, especially with this photo right here showing something clearly being filmed. With Sonic Movie 3 not being able to film, that kind of answers a lot of our questions, but this is where I pass it off to you guys and ask what you think. What do you think about this new set photo from Knuckles? Are you excited to see Sonic and Tails in the show? And how long do you think they'll be in it for? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media links to my Twitter and Instagram, which is below. You can follow those besides my life if you're trying to end all things Sonic the Hedgehog, but most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is the #1 destination on YouTube for all things Sonic. Whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more, we talk about it all. I don't really have anything too crazy to say. More Knuckles is going to be on the way very, very soon. As I said, we're getting closer and closer to this date, only a few months away from the show actually dropping, so trailers and other news is going to be coming at any point now, in addition to stuff like Sonic Superstars. And not just that, I have some other stuff that you guys have been waiting for a while. Maybe a little series called Sonic Merchant might be coming back this week, I don't know. And I have a bunch of other awesome stuff, a lot of more merchandise content coming to you guys, so stay tuned for all of that. I love all you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Wonder what you want right now, wonder what you want right now. Used to be body by, used to be body by.